This is my first time to see Kawhi play live. Wow. In the NBA.
Really?
You know, we always played. I've been 1 year retired, so, and last year it just didn't work. You know, he didn't play last year.
Yeah. Right.
So my first time to see him in an NBA uniform, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, you got to be proud when you look out over the floor and you see him, and also see everything that he's accomplished as a Finals MVP.
We're immensely proud of what he's done for himself. And, you know, he's really helped grow the brand of San Diego State as a basketball school. We sell Kawhi Leonard when we talk to recruits.
Has been the better team tonight. Now, obviously, you don't have a Kawhi Leonard and a Fred VanVleet and an OG Anunoby. Which is huge. On the other hand, though, in their defense, on the other end, they don't have Giannis. So it's bottom line from the guys that have played. Milwaukee has just played very, very well.
Middleton heating it up here late. He's got 14. Snell, and now it's just 1-3 after another, Jack. And they have opened it up.
Well, no one goes 82-0 on a season, and the Raptors are going to have their first loss of the season tonight. But they're going to lose to a good team in a hostile environment. A lot of lessons to learn tonight, and they'll be back at it tomorrow night.
7-0 run, the response. And Kawhi Leonard lays it up and through.
Well, your half-court defense tested here now.
Simmons behind the back. Loses it.
Kawhi Leonard with the poke.
Leonard right there. Here's Pascal. Kawhi Leonard, thank you very much.
That was great defense by Kawhi Leonard.
On the shot clock, Kawhi. Nice sidestep three. Do it here. Raptors take it 129-112. Here on the second night of a back-to-back. Toronto 6-0 at home, Jack. Now 7-1 overall. Philadelphia, they fall to 4-4. 4-0 at home. 0-4 on the road.
Get the win. Let's go. We got a day off tomorrow. All right, day off tomorrow. We're back in Thursday. Then we practice and fly on Thursday, right? Let's go. I'm leaving right tomorrow. Everybody be there. Let's have some fun. Come on up. Come on up. Everybody in. Everybody in. Come on. Here we go. Let's go. Reps. 1, 2, 3. Reps.
Welcome to the Valley of the Sun. Paul Jones, Sherman Hamilton, Phoenix, Arizona. The Raptors getting set to take on the Suns and kicking off a 4-game road trip. And Sherm, it's never easy coming out west. And you look at the teams, Phoenix kind of playing loose right now with not a lot to lose, even though it's early. They're young. The expectations aren't high. You're going to see the Lakers and LeBron. It's always a challenge. The back-to-back, Utah's expected to be one of the best teams. And then don't sleep on the Sacramento Kings, who have, at this point, 6 wins already in the season. So it's going to be a pretty stiff test.
Number, I don't know, like I was always like wondering what number I was going to get, but yeah, like I wanted to get 7, because that's just like it's just everyone, like my whole family basically, like my mom, my dad, the 2 sisters and 3 brothers. It's just like, you know, it's just for them 7, and then plus me, that's 8, but just having it on my back. So that meant, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like my idea behind it. But then, I mean, coming to Toronto, I mean, obviously, Kyle Lowry at 7. Kyle, but no, Kyle had 7, so I just had to find another way to like get 7. So I just thought it was cool, you know, 4 for all the boys and 3 for all the, you know, the girls in the family. So like that made 7, and I just thought, you know, just like because people that know me know why I play the game, and And the reason why, you know, I really give 110% every day is just, you know, obviously for my dad and then also for my family. So having them on my back, the back of my jersey always like meant a lot to me, and it's always helped me just represent them.
My mom wore 22 growing up, so just decided I'll wear it since I couldn't get 23. Fred got 23 right now, so it's always been my favorite number growing up.
Obviously, Jordan wore it, LeBron, you know, those. As a kid growing up as a fan of the game, you just, you know, especially being from Illinois, 23 is just a legendary number, and you know, it was something that I started wearing at a pretty young age, and I actually wore 8 for most of, you know, when I was allowed to. I think it changed around high school when there's certain rules on the numbers you can wear. So I used to wear 8 all the time, and for Kobe, obviously, and then I changed it to 23.
I was 34 up until I got to Cleveland. I got to Cleveland, 34 was retired. So we started going through scenarios and numbers. I tried to pick 4. Luke Walton had 4. There was no 3. Then it was like sitting down. So I think I talked to my brother, my agent, a couple people. There was like, it's a fresh start. Can't start nowhere. You know, you start at 0. So I picked 0, and it kind of stuck after that. But 34 was my number for my whole life until I got to Cleveland. It was pretty much because the biggest number had the biggest shorts in high school. So it was either 34 or Daisy Dukes.
I wear the number 14 because I believe it represents my town, where I come from. Growing up, it was a big deal to wear the number 14. It was a football town. So the varsity football coach always gave the captain of the team, number 14, the leader of the team. Number 14, it was because of his brother who had passed away and wore the number 14. And so whoever he felt was the leader, the captain, always wore number 14. So growing up, you know, in little leagues, I played a lot of football too. They would give, you know, the best player, the leader, the captain, the quarterback. I was a quarterback, and I always wore number 14. And, you know, leaving and being away from, you know, my hometown, I kind of wear the number to represent where I come from and let people know, you know, I still recognize, you know, my hometown.
And that's going to do it. The Raptors are going to come away with a 107-98 win, a season low in points, but for the Raptors, now 2-1 on the road, 8-1 overall, and this has been a tough spot, as I mentioned, in years past for the Raptors to play, but defensively, they were on cue. John Rondo, turnover once again. Third turnover, Serge Ibaka jump stop. And Ibaka's got 14, and the Raptors a dominant first quarter as they lead by 20. The Raptors are going to come away with a 14-point victory, 121-107.
On the run, Van Vliet near side into the lane to a trailing Anunoby. 3 in the air, got it in the bottom of the well. 44-41. Lowry crosses over down the lane, floats it up and in. Tough move, getting banged all the way. Wanted the foul, didn't get it, but he'll take the 2. Toronto cuts the lead to 1. Siakam in the lane, floats it up and in. Score it in a foul. He says, my shopping's not done. I got a chance to buy 1 more. Drives left side into the lane, up fake. Finds Monroe, floats it up and in. Lowry hooking up every big guy, feeding them like a drive-through window. See how they respond. Siakam front court on Crowder. Spins in the lane, lays it up and in. Oh, he's a whirling dervish. Pascal Siakam puts Crowder on spin cycle. Raptors with their biggest lead, 54-48.
And the Raptors win it. They're now 10-1 on the season, 124-111.
Just as we've said so many times already tonight, just an impressive performance. Starting out a little rough, not getting the share of the calls, grinding it out, and then everybody stepping up. Some of the guys that have been struggling, good performances like OG Anunoby and Fred VanVleet, and the regulars getting it done.
Growing up, that's for us.
Another road game for us. 3-0, that's 26 months before now. Everybody be professional. Worry about the next day, Let's worry about tonight, handling our business. They play fast, we gotta get back in transition. No everybody scout, no the personnel. Everybody do our job. 1-on-3. 1, 2, 3, word!
You think about Chris Webber, Kawhi Leonard, Jalen Rose, just some tremendous players that you have had. But you gotta like that guy right there.
Yeah, I've seen him do that for me a couple of times.
I'm sure. He's got 8 points here in the quarter.
It's great. This is the first time I've been to a game that Kawhi's played in the NBA. Because I coached until last year, and last year he didn't play. So I'm excited to be here. Came over with the owners of the Kings on their private plane. So I'm pulling hard for Kawhi, but I've got great fondness for the Sacramento Kings too. And it's fun to be here. I love Kawhi, and I'm very proud of what Jeremy is doing also. Quiet, reserved, tough-minded, committed. The ultimate team player. You know, Kawhi's not one of these guys, he scores a basket and he pounds his chest and to draw attention to himself. He does his job. And I've coached for 50 years. I've never had anyone work harder at his craft in the offseason than Kawhi Leonard. And there's a reason that he's where he's at and the level of play that he's at. And it's earned. It's not given, it's earned.
Kawhi Leonard sizing up Sacramento. It throws it down.
That's what I'm talking about, Matty D.
Kawhi's a quiet leader. You know, he doesn't say a lot, leads by example. But I watched him even today when, you know, when Larry made a pass to him, he acknowledges the other player in terms of, I appreciate what you're doing. And that's what makes a great teammate. And he is that also. Kawhi was part of the greatest team in the history of San Diego State. His sophomore year, we're 34-3. And when we sell San Diego State now, we sell, you don't have to go to the biggest name in the room to get where you want to go. Look at one of our own, Kawhi Leonard, and what he's done and how he's done it. He's unique. He's family. His mom and his grandmother basically raised him. And he's got all the values that a parent would hope their son or daughter would have, and the kind of person that they are. And I think that's the reason success has followed him everywhere. He won a state championship in high school. He took San Diego State to the greatest heights in the history of our program. And he's done the same thing in the NBA with NBA championship, NBA Finals MVP, and now what all of us hope he'll be doing with you guys, with the Raptors.
Kids a three, and it's good.
Oh, great recognition. Flawless that time.
You know, I did not know how good this team was until Kawhi went to them this year. Now I've watched every game, and I'm impressed with your team. And Kawhi provides a big piece to that team, but you are good. Kyle Lowry is a coach's dream. And you put those other guys around him. Danny Green I've known for a long time. And so this is a team that I'll be anxious to watch and see them also grow as the season goes on. And I'm very impressed.
First time in the franchise history that the Toronto Raptors will win all 4 games of a Western Conference road trip. And the Raptors will improve to a franchise best 11-1. And 5-1 on the road.
Good game, man. Good game.
I mean, it's still early. Like I said, we still have a lot of potential. I think, you know, we could be confident about where we are, but, you know, we still have to have a, you know, sort of fear in this to know that guys could be this, teams could be this, and just have the mindset of wanting to get better, because this is not what we want to do. Well, not me, and just talking around the team, but, you know, we want to be the best team.